Well, well, well. What do we have here? This is a freshened air 4-speed Hassock fan, my second Hassock fan. My other one's a Fasco, but there's actually a bit of a story behind this. It's kind of neat. Some of you who have watched my videos over the past couple of months are undoubtedly aware of a little antique store not far from here that's set up in an old turn-of-the-century farmhouse that I've done a fair amount of business with. I've even gone so far as to install fans for them on their porch, and I've worked on the ones that they've already had installed. This store is kind of a must-stop if I'm in the area and they happen to be open, because you never really know what you're going to find. The pricing is usually fairly reasonable, and the people who run the place, this sweet elderly couple, they're just totally awesome people. It makes it makes the 30 miles of driving worthwhile just to go in there. Well, they have a book at the front of the store with customers' phone numbers and what they're looking for in it. And they take that book with them when they go searching for items, and if they find something cool, then they'll give them a call. Well, they have my phone number in that book, but they don't need it because, well, I'm already the guy they call if anything goes minorly wrong there. So they called me the other night and said, hey, we were out hunting at a little hole-in-the-wall junk store in the middle of nowhere. We found something you might be interested in. And I said, oh, what's that? And they said, oh, a little old floor fan. I don't know much else about it. And I'm like, all right, I'll come take a look at it, whatever. I didn't know what they meant by floor fan. Then I saw this thing. I was like, oh, you meant Hassock fan. Okay, cool. I'm told that they have not even tried to power it up yet because the place that it came from, the lady told me that she was kind of terrified to try anything they bought there. So she figured she'd let me do the honors, which is fair enough. At least if it blows up, it won't blow up their antique store. It'll just blow up my house. Not that I'm expecting that, although this cord is not the world's fanciest, and I suppose if you wanted to use this for any sort of actual use, you'd probably want to put a new plug on it, or at least clean the terminals on this one up a bit, because that little corrosion there could heat up over time. But it should be sufficient for a run up here. I'll set the phone down for a second while I plug this in. And we'll just see what happens here. I'm hoping that it'll just suffice to clean it up. I'm going to assume that if anything's wrong with it, it's probably the bearings, because you're probably supposed to oil these things every year or so, and I think you can be as good as assured that nobody ever did that, so we'll see what happens here. Oh! Okay. Well, we know the bearings are good, but what was that? Oh, I think the blade is slipping on the shaft. That's not good. Let's see if I can see it do it. Yeah, I think that's what's going on. Well, let's see if it works on the lower speeds. Yeah. Works on its lower speed. It's putting the kind of air out that it should, as far as I'm concerned. Of course, the only other Hassock fan I have is a Fasco, and it's a slightly different design. Low speed still works. Medium, it starts slipping. Okay, well, we'll see what has to be done about that. We'll see if I can fix that. I'm going to have to take it apart, and it's looking more and more like that's not going to be a whole heck of a lot of fun. But it will give me the opportunity to clean this poor thing up, which certainly needs to be done too, so we'll see if I can get that apart.